that's appropriate. Here we are. Oops, pretty far away. This is a Spider-Man retro card. It is the bootleg. You can see that here. But it is such a good bootleg that I've seen. They don't make bootlegs of these yet. Because they're just, I don't know. I haven't seen bootlegs yet. He looks just like the real thing. This is going to be quick because, well, pretty simple. He is the retro carded Spider-Man. Let's just check him out. Okay. Oh, I dropped the hands. Okay. There are the two fists. Getting some fists in there. Fisty. Extra head. Steve Ditko head. Looks pretty darn good. Some light on there. That's really nice. Sorry, Steve Ditko head. And I think that's it. One set of hands, and here he comes. Oh boy. Don't break. Don't break. Oh, okay. He feels... What was that? The only difference is that the plastic, they don't allow it to harden too much. Great butterfly joints. Articulation is pretty much what you see is what you get, but I don't see any. Did he not come with? Let me see. I guess he didn't come with any. He has flip hands and fists, but no spider crawling hands. No wall crawling hands. That is too bad. And he feels good. The paint, if you can see, paint looks pretty good. He's a little bit loose. Just like the symbiote. There's a review up on my channel, the channel of the symbiote, and he feels very similar. The joints are very loose. Ab crunch is nice, but this was before they gave ab crunch with the swivel. You have the swivel here. I think the swivel on the waist is a little more realistic. His knees. He does have an ankle swivel. Yeah, not bad at all. I've seen reviews of the original, and this is not so bad. I mean, I don't feel so bad because it wasn't, I didn't have to pay back, what's it called? I didn't have to pay secondary market prices. That's the only problem with the Marvel Legends. If you miss them, they go up quick. Maybe I'll get the real one day, maybe I won't. But he feels like Spider-Man. His head goes up straight. It's unfortunate. People complain. I've seen one guy complain, Anthony Customs, I think his name is, I don't remember. Complain about not having a T shape in his silhouette. But if he had bigger shoulders, I think they would have to, maybe wouldn't move the same. It's nice and smooth though, Feels pretty solid. Actually, it doesn't feel as solid as a Marvel Legends. But should I take the head off? I'm afraid to take the head off. You know what? I'll heat it up and we'll do more later. Because with these bootlegs, I realized that if you don't heat them up, the plastic is soft, and it's not worth breaking them. But I really am shocked that it does not come with any wall crawling hands. Did I drop them? No, I don't think so. All right, let's do some more. We'll wet his head. And we'll replace his head and everything else. Okay, and we'll check him out some more. But yeah, he feels great so far. Yep, Okay, more. Let's check this out. Let's see. I don't understand why there would be no wall crawling hands, right? Why would there be no wall crawling hands? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, shoot. Well, we're outside. Just take a really close look. I took the nail polish and I put on his joints. It doesn't look too pretty, if you can see it. It looks kind of actually dastardly. Looks terrible, actually. But for a figure that I didn't have to spend $80 on in the aftermarket, his joints are a bit tighter now. He still has the torso wiggle. I tried opening this up. And putting a lot of nail polish in there. They say also try crazy glue, but you know, he looks great. And I like the Ditko head way better. Way better. He does not come with wall crawling hands, which I still don't understand. But he looks really good. Looks good. It looks good in the sunlight. And you know, he is tighter. The joints are tighter now. Easier to stand up. Everything's a little bit. He does not have a good T pose at all. I mean, it's okay. That's not a T pose. He does feel light. His butterfly joints go super far back. I mean, but his head does go forward, which I really like a lot. But just like the original one, you can see that it's on like a lollipop. But to be honest with you, I missed out on this guy, and I don't want to spend $80. And he looks great, and he poses great. And it's a little bit shiny here. I actually don't mind the shiny, you know. And I like to play with the figures. Actually, the nail polish clear nail polish is actually literally flying off, like flaking off. And he is easier to pose now. Before he was so loose, and it felt so cheap and flimsy. It does get a little bit disturbing. More disturbing than that. But he does look pretty awesome. You can do pretty much any pose you want. Stand up quick. He looks great in the sunlight. Just, you know, the biceps are a little bit thick. The paint is not perfect. I did put some glue in between his arms here and his biceps. Not glue, excuse me. Nail polish, but it didn't really work much. And I'm kind of happy. I wish it was the original, because the Marvel Legends are a sturdier plastic. They're a thicker plastic, like a solid plastic. This guy, he feels pretty solid. He feels way better now that I used the nail polish remover. The nail polish, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that. Hose from the back, from the front, from the side. He looks really good. I really like him a lot. And I actually like seeing him outside in the sunlight. Although my neighbors probably think I'm a sociopath. But that's okay. I love this hobby, and I do love this figure. And I understand why people love this Spider-Man. I wish there was a bootleg of Renew Your Vows, because I really don't feel like spending $100 on those figures. Here he is, Retro, Bootleg Retro. That's his name. I'm naming him. Next to Ben Reilly on the left, on your left, and the bootleg symbiote on the right. Which is ironic, is the bootleg on the right excuse me, this right, he feels like the original, right? I felt the original. I don't own the original. Sturdy, right? Ben Riley feels even better. Tight, joints tight, right? But it's not about them, right? It's about this figure. This figure I had to, as we went over, I had to put all the nail polish, clear nail polish on the joints to make him a little less wobbly, although he still is. But that's okay. It's okay because, you know, again, I don't even feel, you know, for $15, I'm not even sure they're worth $15 to a degree. But, you know, people are putting in the effort, so we have to appreciate that. This is him next to the official Marvel Legends Wolverine Secret Wars. And height-wise, that's about appropriate. I'm really pleased with the Wolverine, the size they gave him. I'm not sure if they're ever going to do a bootleg of him. That's appropriate. But they look good together, and that's the correct height. Even though Spider-Man is a teenager, technically, he would be taller than Wolverine. Wolverine should be about 5'2", maybe. I don't remember exactly from the comics, because I'm a comic book fan first, animation fan second, as far as the characters are concerned. Here is the bootleg retro carded classic next to the bootleg not Mafex and not CT Toys Spider-Man classic suit. And this classic suit on the left is so shiny because I had to hit him with some Mod Podge, a glossy sealant, because he had a bad smell. One thing these on the right, one thing the retro carded do not have is not a bad smell. I still wash them off. It's hot soap and water, each one. You should, because we're not exactly sure what the quality control is, and for safety reasons. But proportion-wise, the Spider-Man makes sense. The one on the right, on your right, our right, because he looks a bit tougher, a little bit more beefier, more of a man, whereas the Spider-Man on the left pretty much looks more like a lanky teenager, which I think Spider-Man really is supposed to be. They started beefing up Spider-Man in the 90s, and Spider-Man was not supposed to be that muscular, although it's more fun to look at, more fun to draw, more dynamic, blah, 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 blah. This is the retro carded bootleg next to the official Marvel Legends Carnage, Let There Be Carnage. Correct height difference, appropriate scale. And he looks fine, he really does. The only difference is when you feel him. But still, the feel is not that bad either. He's a little flimsy, he's super solid. The difference is they're super solid, which is good and bad, because sometimes you don't want to break them, but, you know, again, it's about what you can afford, what's available. And I don't understand why Hasbro does not make them available once they're released, right? You can reissue, have extra. And actually, matter of fact, they should be cheaper from Hasbro.com, in my opinion. That way, other people would start collecting. If, let's say, instead of $24.99, after 3-4 years, the retro carded ones, not the specialty ones, I get it, are like $20 or $22. People will be more inspired to start. You can get more collectors. Anyway, here's retro, next to the Venom, the retro carded Legends Venom, perfect appropriate size. The Venom on the left is also a bootleg, but he's darn close to the original. There's a video I'm going to post soon of, I have actually 4 retro carded Venoms. Believe it or not, 2 official and 2 non-official, and that's another story for another video. Look out for it. But the size is perfect, and they, again, if this is on someone's shelf, display shelf, aside from the gooey, shiny, I'm so sorry, I'm not remembering, nail polish, there's really not much, right? They look all good together. If they got into a fight in your imagination on your desktop, you wouldn't be like super shocked, would you? I think they look really great. This is retro. I'm calling retro. Retro carded Spidey bootleg with official Iron Man Sentinel on the right and Iron Man Mark IV, I think it is, on the left. From I believe it's from Endgame, and he looks good even with these. Although, you know, the one on the left, the ones from the MCU, look a tad more realistic, but that's okay. I enjoy the retro carded basic Marvel Legends looking like comic book drawings come to life. that's the thrill of it. I was reading comic books my entire life since I was a little boy, and it's exciting. I'm thrilled to see them, you know, be able to hold them and, you know, enjoy them in the real world. But anyway, he looks really good next to them. Iron Man look good too. Here he is next to, well, actually he's too far behind. Here he is next to Wolverine from Deadpool, as I just said. Sorry. These proportions are incorrect. Wolverine technically should be in the Marvel Universe that size. That's the MCU, and yeah, it still looks great, but this is the correct size compared to Spider-Man. And here he is next to MCU She-Hulk. I, for one, was a huge fan of the She-Hulk TV show. No one gave it a chance. They knocked it down. But technically, this is how big she would be next to Spider-Man. Even a tad bigger, I would say. But I like the way they look together. And I still don't mind his shiny look next to her matte look. Because she's mostly skin and he's, you know, in a suit. But, yeah. I just thought the show was great. It was fun. It was, you know, they were experimenting, but we live in a world where we can't really just try something new and go for it. We have to, you know, bash things and destroy things before they even get a chance. Anyway, Spotlight, She-Hulk, Spotlight, Spider-Man, but they look good together. And that's it, true believers. That is the Spidey retro bootleg carded, the retro carded bootleg Spider-Man classic suit. Looks good, feels good. You know, all the nail polish remover, nail polish, just not too appealing, but it's okay. It's a bootleg. I really wish the bootlegs were a little less than that, a little less than 15. They should be around 10, and they would fly off the shelves. But then again, you know, price points and all that stuff. Yeah, like back here, that looks really rough back here. The shiny, but it's okay. It's just a toy in the end. Looks good. Feels good. Is good. Be good. Be